Hello, and a very warm welcome to the English Nest podcast. I am so happy you are here with us today. This is the deep dive, where we take a lot of information and, well, we make it simple for you. Whether you're walking to work, washing the dishes, or just sitting in a quiet chair, we are really glad you're here.
That is so right. And today is a very special day for us. We're going to slow things down really slow. We want to make sure every single word is clear because we know how hard it can be to learn a new language. We're here to help.
Exactly. Think of this deep dive as your safe place to learn. There's no pressure here, no exams. Just listen, relax, and let the English flow into your ears. And today, we have a very important mission.
Yes, our mission today is to build a toolkit. Imagine a box of tools, like a hammer, a screwdriver, or a wrench. But instead of tools for building a house, we are building a toolkit for your daily life in English.
I love that idea. A toolkit. So we've looked at many sources.
Oh, so many.
Articles, textbooks, travel guides. And we found all these lists, like 500 sentences, 100 questions, phrases for shopping or for seeing the doctor.
It's a massive amount of information. And if you try to memorize all of it at once, your head it will probably hurt. So we're going to do the hard work for you. We're going to choose the most useful ones. These are the phrases that native speakers actually use every single day.
And we are not just going to read a list because that is so boring.
Right.
We're going to take a journey. We'll start with saying hello, and we'll go shopping. We'll travel across the city. We'll even visit the doctor. And finally, we will learn how to say goodbye properly.
It is a full journey. And by the end of this, you will have the specific phrases you need to survive and, to thrive in English-speaking environment.
Okay. So before we open our toolkit and start our journey, can I ask you for a small favor? Just a little one.
Yes, we do have a small request. We really want to help as many English learners as possible all around the world.
If you want to improve your English, and if you like our slow and clear style, please click the like button on this deep dive right now. It really, really helps other students find us.
And please subscribe to the English Nest podcast. If you subscribe, you will never miss a lesson. We're here for you every week, building your confidence.
Also, if you have a friend who is learning English, maybe a colleague or a family member, please share this with them.
Learning together is always more fun than learning alone.
Definitely.
Okay, let's unpack this toolkit. Let's start at the very, very beginning. The first tool you need is for starting a connection. We're talking about greetings and introductions.
The greeting. It's like the key to opening the door. If you greet someone well, they'll want to talk to you. But if you get it wrong, it can be a little confusing. So let's look at the formal greetings first.
These are the safe greetings. You can use these with your boss, a teacher, a police officer, basically someone you don't know very well. And the most common ones are based on the time of day.
First, we have good morning. We use this from, the time you wake up until about 12 p.m. or noon.
Then the second the clock hits 12:00, we switch
to good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It sounds very professional, doesn't it? And then later in the day, we say good evening.
Now, this is a common question we see in the comments. When? When exactly do we start saying good evening?
Yeah, that can be tricky. Usually it's after 6 p.m. or, just when the sun goes down. If it's dark outside, good evening is perfect.
Right. But here is a warning. There is a trap here for beginners.
Oh, yes.
Be very, very careful with the phrase good night.
This is such a classic mistake. In many languages, you say good night when you meet someone in the evening. But in English, we just don't do that.
That is a very important point. In English, good night means goodbye.
It means you're going to sleep.
Or you're leaving the party, or leaving for the night.
Exactly. So imagine you meet a friend for dinner at 8 p.m. If you walk up to them and say good night,
they will be so confused. They'll think you're going home already.
They'll be like, but you just got here.
So remember, when you arrive, say good evening.
And when you leave, say good night.
Okay. Now, what about casual greetings for friends and family? You don't need to be so formal.
These are so easy and fun. You can just say hi.
Or hey.
Hey is very friendly. I use it all the time. You might also hear hi there.
Hi there is nice. It feels warm. Now, after we say hello, there's a kind of ritual. A ritual is something we do the same way every time, and we almost always ask,
How are you?
how are you, or how's it going?
This is a fascinating cultural point. Native speakers ask this constantly.
And this is the secret that textbooks often forget to tell you,
Yeah.
we usually do not want a long story about your health.
Right. If I ask a cashier at the supermarket, how are you? God, I'm not. I'm not asking for a medical report.
Exactly.
I don't need to know that their back hurts or that they're tired. It is just a polite way to continue the hello.
Exactly. Think of it as a password. You need to give the correct password to continue the conversation.
So if I ask you, how are you? What's the best password to use?
Well, you should say, I'm fine, thanks.
Ah.
Or pretty good. Or maybe not bad.
Can you just stop talking there?
No, you must bounce the ball back. You have to ask the other person. You say, and you.
Yes. Always ask back. It shows you're not selfish. It shows you care. So let's role play this quickly. I see you on the street. Hey, how's it going?
I'm fine, thanks. And you.
I'm doing well, see? It's so quick, so easy, and now we can talk about other things.
Now imagine you're meeting someone for the very first time. You don't know them. You need a special phrase for this moment.
You should say, nice to meet you.
Or, pleased to meet you. Pleased is a little more formal, a little more polite.
And in many English-speaking countries, like the United States, the UK, or Canada, this is often done with a handshake.
Ah, the handshake. It's its own language, really. Our sources say the handshake should be firm.
What does firm mean here in this context?
It means not too soft, like a dead fish, but not too hard, like you're trying to break their hand. Just a solid grip, and it lasts for about 2 or 3 seconds.
Perfect. So you shake hands, you smile, and you say, nice to meet you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, once you meet, people will ask you questions about yourself. We call these the FAQs, the frequently asked questions of life.
You need to have your answers ready. The first one is, of course, your name. You can say, my name is, or just I'm.
I'm Sarah. Simple and confident. I like it.
Next, they'll probably ask about your origin. Where are you from?
You can answer with your country. I'm from Brazil.
Mm.
Or I'm from Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're already in the country, you could say where you live now. I live in New York.
Okay, the next question is very tricky for beginners. People often ask, what do you do?
Oh, this is such a common mistake.
Mm.
When someone asks, what do you do? They're not asking what you are doing right now.
No, they can see what you are doing.
Exactly.
What do you do?
It is short for, what do you do for a living? They're asking, what is your job?
So how do you answer that? You just say, I'm a student. Or, I'm a software engineer. Or, I work at a bank.
Okay. So what do you do? Always means, what is your job? That is crystal clear. Finally, in social situations, people might ask about your family. A common question is, do
Proud.
you have any siblings?
Siblings. That's a useful word. It means brothers or sisters. It covers both.
You can answer, yes, I have one brother, or I have 2 sisters.
But what if you have no brothers or sisters? What do you say then?
You say, no, I'm an only child.
I'm an only child. That's a great phrase for your toolkit. It explains everything instantly.
Okay, so we've said hello, we've introduced ourselves, but now there's a silence.
The awkward silence.
We need to fill that silence. This brings us to the next part of our toolkit, keeping the conversation going.
This is where we make small talk.
Small talk is just polite conversation about unimportant things that helps us feel comfortable. And the number one topic for small talk is?
The weather.
The weather.
English speakers, especially British people, we love to talk about the weather. It's universal. Everyone experiences it, so everyone can talk about it.
So you can look at the sky and say, It's a beautiful day, isn't it?
Or if it's gray and wet, you can say, it's raining a lot.
Or even just, it's cold lately.
These phrases are so safe, you won't offend anyone by saying it's cold. It just helps you connect.
But when the other person is talking, you really need to show them you are listening.
Yes. If you just stare at them silently, it looks a bit scary.
A little strange, yeah?
We call the solution back channeling. It just means making small sounds or using short words to show your interest.
And this makes the speaker feel good. So, what are some examples?
You can say, really, this shows you're surprised. Or, that's interesting.
Or even just simple sounds like, uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Or, right.
Yeah.
Or, gotcha. Gotcha is informal. It's short for, I have got you, which just means I understand. These little words are like oil for the engine of conversation. They keep it running smoothly.
Now, here is where it gets really interesting, and I think really important. We call this section the safety net.
A safety net. It catches you if you fall. And in English, these are the phrases you use when you don't understand.
This is maybe the most important section for beginners. So many students are afraid to say they don't understand. They just smile and nod.
Oh, please do not do that. It can get you into trouble. If someone speaks too fast or you miss a word, you have to stop them politely. You have the power to control the conversation.
So what's the best phrase for this? How do you do it?
You can say, could you say that again, please?
Could you say that again, please?
Ugh.
That's perfect. Or, even simpler,
You repeat that?
and if they're speaking too fast, which native speakers often do without thinking,
We do.
you must ask them to slow down.
You just say, could you speak a little more slowly?
Please, never be afraid to say this.
Yeah.
Could you speak a little more slowly?
It is not a sign of weakness, not at all. It's a sign that you want to communicate clearly.
And also, if you hear a new word, be curious. You can ask.
What does word mean? So what does toolkit mean?
Or, how do you spell that?
Yeah.
This is great for learning new vocabulary in the real world.
And if you are completely lost, just be honest. Say, I don't understand. It is okay.
Ideally, you follow I don't understand with, can you explain again? Most people are very, very happy to help if you just ask them.
Okay, let's move to the next section. We were leaving the house. We're going outside.
We are getting around. Let's look at directions and transport.
Imagine you are in a new city. Maybe you're visiting London or New York, and you're lost. You don't know where you are.
It happens to everyone. You need to ask a stranger for help. How do we start? Do we just shout, "Where is the train?"
No, that's a bit too aggressive. We must be polite.
Right.
Always start with, excuse me.
Excuse me. It gets their attention gently. Then you ask your question. A really common phrase structure is, how do I get to
the beach?
How do I get to the station?
You can also ask, where is the nearest, for example? Where's the nearest bus stop?
Or, very importantly, where is the nearest restroom?
That is a survival phrase, definitely. Yeah. And if you're worried about walking too far, you can ask, how far is it?
A great tip from our sources is to use your phone or even a paper map. You can say, can you show me on the map?
That makes it so much easier. You don't have to listen perfectly. You can just look. Now, you need to understand the answer, so you need to know the basic direction words.
Listen for words like turn left.
Or turn right.
Go straight. That means don't turn. Just keep going forward.
It's on the second floor. Or it is next to the bank.
Next to just means beside. These are very common.
Okay, now let's talk about public transportation. Buses, trains, subways.
The vocabulary here can change depending on the city. In London, the subway is called the Underground, or the Tube.
Right. In New York, it's the subway. In other places, it might be the metro.
But the actions are the same. You need to buy a ticket. You go to the window or the machine and you say, I'd like a ticket to. And then you say, your destination.
You might need to ask, how much is the fare? The fare is a specific word for the price of a transport ticket.
And very often, we worry we were on the wrong bus. This is stressful.
It is.
You could just ask the driver, does this bus go to the park?
And when you want to get off, you need to know where. You can ask the person next to you, where do I get off?
Where do I get off? That is so useful.
And one more thing for buying tickets, cash is becoming less common. You should definitely ask, do you accept credit cards?
Great, so we can travel. Now, let's go do something fun. Let's open the toolkit for daily life. We're talking shopping and dining.
Everyone loves shopping, but sometimes sales assistants come to you very quickly. They ask, can I help you?
And maybe you don't want help. Maybe you just want to look at the clothes in peace. You need a shield. What do you say?
You say, I'm just looking. Thanks.
Or, I'm just browsing. I'm just browsing. That is a very useful phrase. It tells the salesperson, please leave me alone, but in a nice way.
But if you do need something, you can use the phrase, where can I find?
Where can I find jeans? Or where can I find the milk?
And if you're buying clothes, you need to check if they fit your body. You can ask, do you have this in a different size?
Yeah, maybe you need a small, or a medium, or a large.
And you definitely want to put the clothes on before you buy them. So you ask, can I try this on?
They'll say yes, and they'll show you to the fitting room. That's the small room with a mirror and a curtain.
Now, the most important question in shopping.
The price.
The price. You ask, how much is this?
Or how much does this cost?
And if you want to save some money, you might ask, is this on sale?
On sale means it has a discount. It's cheaper than usual.
When you are ready to buy, you go to the register. You can say, I'll pay in cash, or can I pay by card?
And sometimes you buy something, you take it home, and you decide you don't like it.
It happens.
You want to give it back. You go back to the store and say, I'd like to return this.
Okay, that's shopping. Now let's go to a restaurant. This has some delicious vocabulary, but also some really important manners.
Yes. In some languages, it is totally okay to say, I want the chicken. But in English, I want sounds like a demanding child. It can sound a little rude.
Correct. We need to soften it. It's much, much better to say, I'd like, or I'll have.
For example, I'll have a coffee, please.
Or I'd like the chicken sandwich. This sounds polite and adult.
Before you order, you need to see the food list.
Yeah.
So you ask the waiter.
Can I see the menu?
During the meal, you might need something else.
Could we have some water?
And when you finish eating and your stomach is full and happy, you need to pay.
And you get the waiter's attention and say, could you bring the check, please?
Or if you're in the UK,
could you bring the bill, please?
Check or bill. Both are correct. Just remember to smile when you ask.
Okay. Now moving on to a more serious topic. Life is not always happy shopping and eating. Sometimes things go wrong.
Our next section is handling problems, specifically health and emergencies.
We hope you stay healthy, but you need these phrases in your toolkit just in case. If you visit a doctor, you need to explain what is wrong, and you have to be accurate.
You can start with a general statement like, I'm not feeling well.
Then be specific. I have a headache. That's pain in your head.
I have a sore throat. That's pain in your neck when you swallow food or water.
I have a fever. That means your body temperature is too hot. You're burning up.
You might need to describe the kind of pain. Is it a sharp pain, like a knife? Or is it itchy?
I have a rash. A rash is red spots on your skin. You might say, it is itchy. This helps the doctor know if it's an allergy or a virus.
Speaking of allergies, the doctor will definitely ask about this. This is so important for your safety.
You must say, I'm allergic to nuts. Or, I am allergic to penicillin.
Memorize that phrase. I am allergic to. It could save your life.
Once the doctor checks you, listen carefully to the instructions. They might say, take your medicine regularly.
Or drink plenty of fluids. Fluids just means water, juice, or tea.
Now, for real emergencies, if you are in immediate danger on the street, do not be shy. You shout.
Help!
If you need the authorities, you say, call the police.
Or if someone is hurt.
Call an ambulance.
And if you lose your identification, which is a traveler's nightmare, you say, I lost my passport.
Or I lost my wallet.
And if you hurt yourself, say, I need a doctor.
These are very serious phrases. We really hope you never use them. But it is better to have a tool and not need it than to need a tool and not have it.
Let's take a deep breath. Okay. Let's move to something a bit less scary. This section is for our listeners who are in school or at work.
Yes, many of our listeners are students or professionals, and classroom English can be very specific.
When you arrive at the classroom door, it's polite to ask, may I come in?
And if you're late, always apologize. I'm sorry for being late.
During the lesson, if you don't understand, just raise your hand and say, I have a question.
Or can you help me with this?
Teachers love when you check your work. It shows you care about the quality. So you can ask, is this correct?
And students, remember the most common question from the teacher. You will hear this every day. Have you done your homework?
And you want to be able to answer, yes, I have. Not, oops, I forgot.
Now, for the workplace, if you work in an office, you need a different set of phrases.
You might say, let's schedule a meeting.
Or, to explain what you're doing, I'm working on a project.
Everyone in business worries about time. So you often ask, what is the deadline?
The deadline, that's the specific time when the work must be finished.
And if you are running late with your work, be polite. Just say, sorry for the delay.
Okay, we're getting near the end of our toolkit. The next section is all about expressing yourself, feelings, and opinions.
Humans are not robots. We have feelings. And in English, we usually share our feelings in short, simple sentences.
For positive feelings, you can say, I'm happy. Or if you're really happy, I'm excited.
I feel great. And if someone else does something good, you can tell them, I'm proud of you.
That is a wonderful thing to say to a friend or a child.
For negative feelings, it's good to be honest. You can say, I'm sad.
I'm tired. Or if you are very, very tired, like after a long flight, you can say, I'm exhausted.
You could say, I'm worried, or maybe I'm bored.
Now, talking about opinions, if you want to know what someone else thinks, you just ask them.
What do you think?
If you think the same thing, you agree. You can say, I agree.
Or, exactly. Or, that's true.
And a very common one is just, me too.
Short, but it connects you to the other person.
But what if you disagree? You think differently. In English, we try not to be too direct. We don't usually shout, no, you are wrong. That sounds aggressive.
Right. We use a soft no. We see something like, I don't think so.
Or, I'm not sure about that. This is a polite way to say I think you are wrong without hurting their feelings.
You could also say a soft disagree like, maybe? Maybe often means no in a polite disguise.
And if you really don't care, if you're neutral, you can say, I have no idea.
Or, it doesn't matter to me.
We have covered so much. Now we are at the very end of the conversation. Our final tool is for ending the conversation.
This is an art form. You can't just stop talking and walk away. That would be very strange.
Very strange. You need an exit phrase.
You need to signal that you are leaving. So you can say, it was nice chatting with you.
That's very polite. It tells the person you enjoyed the time with them, or you can just say, I should get going.
I should get going. That is such a common phrase. It means, I need to leave now, but I'm saying it gently.
Or a bit more informal, I've got to run. It doesn't mean you are actually going to run.
Go.
It just means you're in a hurry.
Then, after the exit phrase, you say the final. Goodbye. Like, bye.
See you later.
Take care.
Take care. It feels warm. It means be safe.
And here is a very common American phrase you'll hear in stores and on the street. They'll say, have a good one.
Have a good one. I love this phrase. It's so versatile. It means have a good day or have a good evening or have a good weekend. It covers everything.
So if someone says, have a good one, you can just say back, you too.
Or simply have a nice day. or have a nice weekend.
And just like that, you have successfully navigated a full conversation in English.
What a journey. Let's do a quick recap of where we've been today.
We started with hello and the secret of how are you.
We learned how to introduce ourselves, how to chat about the weather, and how to use the safety net when we don't understand.
We traveled on the bus. We shopped for clothes using that just browsing shield.
And we ordered dinner politely.
We visited the doctor and described our symptoms. We went to school. We expressed our feelings.
And finally, we learned how to leave the conversation smoothly.
That is a powerful toolkit. You have so many new tools in your box now.
It really is. And remember, listener, you do not need to memorize all 500 phrases today. That's too much for anyone.
Start with the ones you need today. Do you have a meeting? Learn the work phrases. Are you going shopping? Learn the shopping phrases.
Exactly. Use the toolkit one tool at a time. Please don't overwhelm yourself.
Now, we would love to hear from you. We're very curious about your language. We have a question for the comments section.
Which phrase from today was new for you? Which one did you like the most?
And I have a special question, too. How do you say hello in your language? Is it olaba, bonjour, konnichiwa? Tell us in the comments.
We absolutely love reading your comments. It makes us so happy to see you learning and sharing your culture with us.
Please, if this deep dive was helpful, remember to subscribe to the English Nest podcast and click that like button.
And share it with your English learning friends. Let's build a big, supportive community of learners together.
Thank you so much for listening. We wish you confidence, joy, and bravery in your English journey.
Take care.
And see you next time on the English Nest podcast. Goodbye.